So here we are, 2022. I'm 48 this year. This weekend, actually. I know what you're thinking. He doesn't look a day over 46. But that's one of the positives about obesity that no one talks about. You don't get as many wrinkles. If I lost weight, I'd end up looking like John Hurt. So here we are, January 2022. And what better time is there to click that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell. You don't really have to, but it'd be really nice if you could. Please. So yeah, 2022. This could be the year that we get the flying cars. We walk around in our silver boots, silver collars, live in a largely sexless society. At least I've got that bit going for me. And I thought it'd be interesting just to have a look at the films that were coming out this year and share with you my top 10 of the films I'm looking forward to the most. Top 10 lists normally caught quite a lot of criticism, so I will just say beforehand, this is the top 10 films that I'm looking forward to the most. I'm not saying that they're the top 10 best films that are going to come out this year. And if you disagree with any that I've said, don't get upset. But I am interested in knowing what you're looking forward to, so if you want to comment down below and leave your own lists, that would be awesome also. Seems to be quite a lot of good films coming out this year. Again, it seems to be a year that's swamped with franchises and sequels. So when making up my list, I'm hoping I've got a little bit of a mix at least. And I did try my best not just to list 10 superhero films. And just to get any negative stuff out of the way, there's also quite a lot of films that are coming out this year that are big tentpole films that I know a lot of people are looking forward to. I just couldn't give a toss about. Don't interest me whatsoever. I'm looking at you, Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore, although that has got Mads Mikkelsen in now. And any film with Mads Mikkelsen in, chef's kiss. I'm looking at you, Black Adam. I'm looking at you, Uncharted. Sorry. Aquaman and the Last Kingdom. I'm looking at you. And I'm definitely looking at you, Morbius. Jared Leto. Morbius. It's due out this month's been put back another 3 months again. They're saying they want to give it enough space between the success of Spider-Man No Way Home. I just suspect it could be a bit shit. Anyway, here's my list of top 10 films that I'm looking forward to the most this year. And going from calling Morbius a bit shit, probable shit, I'm opening myself up for ridicule now. My number 10 film of the films that I'm looking forward to the most this year is a Michael Bay film. The trailer came out some time ago, but there's a film called Ambulance, which stars Jake Gyllenhaal and Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, who I think is probably the busiest man in Hollywood right now. The trailer looks great. It was 90s style, awesome action, and took me back to the heady days of The Rock and Con Air, things like that. And what I can gather from the trailer, Jake Gyllenhaal convinces his friend, played by Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, to go on a large bank heist, and of course it all goes wrong, and they end up stealing an ambulance to get away. But the trailer looks brilliant. Say what you like about Michael Bay, I do agree the Transformers films, they're not pretty and they're overlong and just become very expensive white noise once you get into that second hour, third hour, probably even before then. But he does great action films, and in terms of bang for your buck, this is going to be awesome. Another controversial choice, and I have trouble even maybe justifying it to myself, but number 9 in my list is Avatar 2. It's been a long time since the first film. There's been quite a lot of backlash against the first film. There's a lot of opinions where I think people don't really care anymore and are not interested in revisiting that world. But I can remember I worked at a cinema at the time when Avatar came out, and they were saying, oh, no one's going to watch it, and 3D, no one's going to watch it in 3D. And just, it was amazing. No matter what you think about it now, watching it on that big screen back in the day, it was unlike anything you've seen before. And that's what James Cameron does every time. It gives you something you just haven't seen before, every single time. Look at his history: Aliens, The Abyss, Terminator 2, the first Avatar. And he comes across as conceited and up himself, but you know what? He can be. He can be. Titanic, forgot about Titanic. Worked at the cinema then, 1997. Just incredible, and the amount of times people were just coming back and watching it. Again, 3-hour movie, 3.5 hours with your adverts and trailers. People were coming back again and again and again to watch it. Just what an event. And who knew? On paper you read, Titanic, telling the story of the Titanic. And it's like, who wants to watch that? Everyone. So Avatar 2, I am hesitant in going back to that world. I don't feel like I can be too bothered with it. But knowing it's a James Cameron film, And I think it's largely underwater, this one, and just it's going to bring something new to the table again. And you're going to have to see it on the biggest screen possible. Biggest screen possible. Number 8, the Flash movie. Lots of controversy over the last few days, lots of rumours that it was going to be wiping out the DCEU, if that's what it's called these days, and that Ben Affleck's Batman, Ben Affleck's Batman, and Henry Cavill's Superman were going to be wiped from existence. There's lots of very ambiguous replies to all that, and so we're still not quite sure what the score is. Not a fan of Ezra Miller. The Snyder cut of the Justice League did do the Flash character justice, did everyone justice. The clue was in the title. But the main reason I'm keen to watch this is the return of Michael Keaton's Batman. Need to see that again. It's also going to be appearing in an upcoming Batgirl, I don't know if it's a movie or TV series as well, training the new Batgirl. But Keaton was great. Keaton is great.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
And it's going to be brilliant to watch him as Batman again. And I want to see that Batmobile on screen again. Number 7. Again, a film I'm not 100% people are really keen for, but it's Top Gun Maverick. I remember watching the first film back in the day, and I've watched it however many times since. I'm not sure it was a sequel that anyone was really asking for. I think there's one of those films that there was always a what if they did another one. What would the story be? But again, looking at that trailer, wow. And the stunt work and the aerial photography. It's just something that, again, I'm going to want to see on the big screen. It's directed by Joseph Kosinski. Did Tron Legacy and Oblivion with Tom Cruise. Also got Jennifer Connelly in. Val Kilmer, I believe, is back, which is always good to see. I think the only for me is Miles Teller being cast. I don't know why, I just find him very unlikable. Sure, you're lovely. I'm sorry, Miles, but yeah, that's that. At number 6, coming this May, we've got Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Multiverse of Madness, we'll say it properly. I think if you'd asked me before seeing No Way Home whether I was looking forward to this film, I probably would have given you a different answer. But after the events of No Way Home, and then what we've seen in the Loki series, the follow-on from WandaVision with Scarlet Witch back again, and Sam Raimi at the helm, I think this is just going to open things up even more. The trailer looked great, Sam Raimi's great, the cast are great. It's a win-win, I think. Well, here we are at the halfway mark. Number 5, I've got Thor, Love and Thunder. Again, directed by Taika Waititi. Hasn't been much information released about it yet. We know it's got Chris Hemsworth back. We know Natalie Portman's back, and I think she's going to be Lady Thor. And Tessa Thompson's also going to be back as Valkyrie. Thor Ragnarok was such a good time. I rewatched it a couple of weeks ago, and it's such good fun, and the colours and the synth score. I loved what Taika Waititi brought to the table, and I'm just so happy he's coming back for this next one. Can't wait to see some footage. They've got to have some footage soon, surely. Comes out in July, so 7 months. So we're surely going to get a trailer around March time, somewhere around that period. Hemsworth's awesome. And if you think about it, as far as the original Avengers are concerned, is he the only one really left now? Him and Hulk? Black Widow's gone. Captain America's gone. Iron Man's gone. Spoilers. Hawkeye's just had his own show, but it looks like the baton's being passed. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see where they take it. Number 4. And I think it's meant to be out this year, but I can't find a release date for it. I know production started. I think it may have even finished. Could be wrong. But yes, the 4th film in my list is Creed 3. Michael B. Jordan's directing this 3rd entry. And from what I've read, Jonathan Majors, who was Kang in Loki, and the next few Marvel films, I'm guessing, could well be playing his opponent. Stallone's not there this time, so that's going to be something different. If you look at the Rocky saga, just the 6 films, plus the 2 Creed ones, they're all so good. 5, yeah, kind of lost its way. But every single film is a product of the time that it came out, and they're just unbeatable. Yeah, Rocky 1 and 2, the whole underdog story just played to perfection. And then 3, we start getting those 80s excesses come through. Mr. T, Clubber Lang. 4 is essentially an 86-minute music video. I haven't seen the new version yet. It hasn't come out over here in the UK. It came to the cinema for like a couple of days. I might have been busy watching Ghostbusters Afterlife. 7 times now, was it? Yeah. So number 5 is the only one I haven't seen at the cinema, and it was a dip, and I think really missed just not having that end fight in the ring. I know they kind of wanted to do something a bit different, but it ultimately just didn't work. And then we had Rocky Balboa. Amazing. Again, you can disagree with me on this one, but I think it's probably my second favourite out of them all. What a comeback. That was, yeah, Rocky Balboa is incredible. I can remember taking my kids to go and see it when they were younger. And even my, how old was she? 3-year-old daughter sat there and watched it all. So her favourite bit was the dog running up the steps with a little coat on. But yeah, the Rocky films are incredible. And then to follow it up with Creed and take that next step, and for them to be just as good. Ryan Coogler's direction in that first Creed film was incredible. And then to come back with the event of Creed 2 and having Creed versus Drago. It's going to be really interesting to see where they take this one, how good a director Michael B. Jordan is. But I've got the faith, and I do want to see this as soon as possible. Number 3, another long-running franchise. I think the first film was 1996. We've got Mission Impossible 7 coming out this September. I think they made 7 and 8 back-to-back. These films are brilliant. I love these films so much. That first one in 96, if it was 96, directed by Brian De Palma, and it's very Brian De Palma. But the whole Keatrich and Ethan Hunt table scene, where Keatrich is...
You can understand you're very upset.
And then Ethan Hunt is like...
Kittredge, you've never seen me very upset.
And I think they've got that same actor playing Keatrich back in this 7th one. Then you got the second one by John Woo, which was just nuts. Fun, but nuts, and you watch it again and it's just a bit... but still enjoyable. Doves. And then third one by J.J. Abrams, which kind of reinvented it all. And again, working at cinema back in the day. I remember the trailer for that coming out with Philip Seymour Hoffman giving his "Do you have a wife or girlfriend?" speech. Yeah, it was great. And just the whole explosion and the missile coming down on the bridge and Tom Cruise flying horizontally to the right into the car. Just those epic sort of moments that you remember. And then they step up again, Brad Bird and then Christopher McQuarrie, who's doing this next one again and seems to have a really good working relationship with Tom Cruise. It's going to be fantastic. I'm so looking forward to it. You just know the stunts are going to be insane. I think it's the closest thing that the US has got to their sort of long-running Bond franchise. In a way, it's constantly reinvented itself and updated itself with every film. It's just superb. Yeah, MI7 I think comes out 30th of September, so still a wait to go, but it's going to be brilliant. It is. Number 2 on my list, so I'm sorry if you are disagreeing with any of these, all of these. But again, can't quite place why I'm looking forward to this so much. I think just a couple of things in trailers that I've seen so far. Unfortunately, it does star the worst Chris. But in June, we've got Jurassic World Dominion. Really interested in where they're going to take the story for this one. I thought Jurassic World was a lot of fun, and Worst Chris weren't quite at his worst at that point. In fact, it was such a big hit that he could do no wrong at that point, and they were touting him for the next Indiana Jones and all sorts of other films. And then the 2nd or 5th film came out, Fallen Kingdom, and that started off well and then just kind of went off the rails, and it was just poor, and it was just kind of more of the same, and it ended similar to how The Lost World was ending with the dinosaurs in the city. And then it had that weird subplot with James Cromwell cloning his dead daughter with the little girl, and now they can clone humans, and it's just, I'm not interested in that. I mean, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World is sci-fi, but leave that to Star Trek, leave that to Black Mirror. Just not interested in that. I want to see dinosaurs. And I want the fun of seeing dinosaurs stomp things and chase people, but hopefully with a semi-decent plot to go with it. The last one did end on a braver note where, they didn't contain the T-Rex like in Lost World, and the dinosaurs are out there now. And in that Jurassic World universe, humans have got to live alongside them. There was a really great, I think, 8 to 10 minute short that came out maybe a year and a half ago, where it was like a campsite. I think it was directed by Colin Trevorrow, if I'm pronouncing his name right, sorry. But I think it was directed by him, or at least written by him, produced by him. But it was a tease about what was to come, and it was like, a campsite and lots of camper vans, and then these dinosaurs just kind of overrun. And it was brilliant. It was better than Fallen Kingdom, just this 10-minute short. I did see a bootleg trailer for it online in the last year. It was poor quality and it got removed very quickly, but it did look pretty good. But then there were scenes with Worst Chris on a motorbike shooting a gun and being chased by other guys on motorbikes firing guns at him. And it was just, again, we're kind of getting away from that whole wonder of that Jurassic universe. And as far as Worst Chris' character is concerned, wasn't he just essentially an animal trainer or something like that in the first one, in the first Jurassic World? And now he's this action hero. It's just, it doesn't really work. There's no credence given for him to have any of those sort of skills. He can calm down a raptor, but that's it. But now he's motorbike hero and he's firing guns and jumping everywhere. So just that side of it doesn't work. But I'm nearly forgetting, this has Sam Neill back and Laura Dern and Jeff Goldblum. And I think there's 2 stories running alongside each other with the old and the new crew, and I'm guessing they'll converge at some point. And Sam Neill couldn't have handed Worst Chris's ass back. But yeah, Jurassic World Dominion, I'm very excited about it. I can't work out why. I think it's just the footage that I've seen with the dinosaurs themselves. I'm very excited, and I'm looking forward to seeing that old crew back in there. So there's the first 9 of my top 10 films that I'm looking forward to this year. So what could be number 1? Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Just kidding. Let's have a quick roundup again of my first 9 choices. At number 10 we've got Michael Bay's Ambulance, coming out 8th of April. Coming in at number 9, we've got Jim Cameron's Avatar 2 coming out 16th of December. At number 8, coming out 4th of November, we've got The Flash movie. At number 7, the sequel to the 80s classic, Top Gun Maverick. Number 6, we've got Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And at number 5, we've got Thor, Love and Thunder, coming out 8th of July. At number 4, Michael B. Jordan returns in Creed 3. And at number 3, coming out 30th of September, Tom Cruise and the gang return in Mission Impossible 7. And at number 2, coming out the 10th of June, we've got a load of bloody big dinosaurs ready to eat worse Chris in Jurassic World Dominion. And at number 1, the film I'm looking forward to the most this year is... What more can be said about this film? Every second of footage that I've seen from this just looks amazing. Robert Pattinson, perfect in the role. Zoe Kravitz seems to be great as Catwoman. Colin Farrell as the Penguin. And then Paul Dano as possibly the most sinister Riddler we've ever seen. The film looks like a David Fincher version of a Batman film. Warner Brothers seem to have a reputation, certainly over the last couple of years, with all the Zack Snyder stuff, and look at The Matrix and the whole HBO Max thing, of really effing over their directors and getting too involved in projects and killing the visions of the filmmaker. This hopefully looks like they've left Matt Reeves the hell alone. This looks like it's going to be unlike any Batman film we've seen before. Even from what we've seen in the trailer, it just looks like the script is going to be tight. The acting looks like it's spot on. The cinematography looks amazing. The action is flames. I'm kind of someone who gets nervous about films that are going to be like 2.5 or 3 hours long or any longer, and get worried, A, from a bladder, and B, that sometimes a film can lead into self-indulgence. But from what I've seen of the 2 or 3 trailers that have been out so far, Matt Reeves can make a 5-hour film, 6-hour film, and I'll just sit there and lap up every single second of it. It's out in March. 3 months, 12 weeks away. 12 weeks today, I think. That's insane that it's coming so soon. There's even rumours, depending what you read, that they're introducing the Joker in this one, played by Barry Keoghan, who you may have seen last in Eternals, if you're one of the people that watched Eternals. But if that's true, what an interesting choice. And again, he really seems like an actor who's going to bring something new to the role, and it's going to be pretty sinister, I'm guessing. But I'm just making it all up in my head now. I'm fan dreaming. Though he has been rumoured to be the Joker. Too much conjecture already about what could be when it's not even proven to be the case. But the Batman's going to be solid. It's going to be great. I want that Batmobile. Still prefer the Tim Burton Batmobile, but I want this Batmobile. But yes, the Batman is my number 1 film that I'm looking forward to this year. Chances are it might be yours as well. So that's my top 10. Like I said, my top 10. Not necessarily all amazing films, but they're the films I'm kind of anticipating the most. You're likely going to disagree. If you do, leave a comment down below. A nice friendly comment down below. Give me a list. Tell me what you're looking forward to. Maybe it's something I haven't even heard of. Chances are it is something I haven't even heard of. There's probably a lot of stuff coming through, but it's just been drowned out by these big franchise movies. There's a Nick Cage movie coming out in April where he's playing himself. I think it's called something like The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. And it's got the Mandalorian's Pedro Pascal in it. That looks awesome. I haven't mentioned Halloween Ends coming out October. Evil dies tonight. Evil dies tonight. Really liked Halloween 2018. Halloween Kills was kind of something a bit different, but with that ending and maybe where they could take it next, maybe Halloween Ends could be pretty good. Also got another Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse movie coming, I think in October. If it's anything like the first one, and the footage released from the trailer suggests it will be, could be fantastic. And I hope it's a film that people are going to embrace as much as they did the first one. But anyway, I'm going to stop now. I'm going on too long. God knows how long this video is going to be. If you stuck to the end, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And again, if you'd like to do me one more favour, I'd be really honoured if you could click like on this video and hit that subscribe button. I enjoy making these videos. I'm not doing as many as I kind of want to be at the moment, but I'm interested to see where things go with the channel, and I'm not going career. Don't worry. I wouldn't be able to go career, but I think it would feel very uplifting to me if I saw that people were liking the stuff or people were subscribing. I think that would mean a lot to me. So again, no pressure, but I've emotionally blackmailed you now, so please do all what I've just asked, and that would be lovely. Thank you. Anyway, what did you think of my top 10? Leave a comment down below, give me your lists, tell me what I might have missed, and I'll be back again soon with another video. Thanks for watching, take care, bye bye.